Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're joining us for the musical stylings of Big Bad Boris. We just got DMCA'd somehow. Somebody owns the publishing rights of that.
Someone owns the publishing rights to.
Well, there's literally a lawyer that just like writes music specifically to copyright. Like, he's not a musician, but he like writes music now, like writes it down and then copyrights it and to try to make money.
He is a musical ambulance chaser.
That's exactly it.
Musical ambulance chaser.
Not a good person, but welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I, of course, am Lawrence Kurtze, and I'm joined by the voice of LPW, Big Bad Boris. How are you doing, sir?
I am all good. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How was your weekend so far?
So far, so good. We had a fun Saturday Night Love last night. We checked out some old Matt Ratz footage. We had a good time. We learned a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about each other. And yeah, it was good. Good times.
Yeah. I went to a university football game yesterday. Go Stingers, which they lost to the McGill Redmond, their rival.
You can't win them all. Believe me, I know.
It was a very strange game. They the first half could not catch a ball worth their lives. Like, they had two wide open touchdowns that the receiver just dropped.
Well, that's not good.
Yep. And they were down 21-0, then came back in the second half and lost 21-17.
Well, at least they made a go of it, and it was somewhat exciting.
And I played a little softball in the afternoon. I went 2 for 3 before I left because I had a really bad headache.
2 for 3 before leaving with a skull contusion.
Yep. But I am very much what I like to say, a money ball player. I don't hit far, but I get on base, and when I get on base, I end up scoring. So advanced analytics would have me on their team.
X-rays came back negative.
Yeah.
So you hit for average.
That's it. I hit. I'm not one of the people that try to go yard every time and get.
See, I used to play slow pitch, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it, but I was terrible at it. And I loved my first at bat every game that we played, because I'm like a bit of a bigger dude. So I would get to the plate, and everybody would take 3 steps back because they saw this big dude, big fat dude. And I was like, guys, don't even worry about it. You can take the step back in, and then I would ground out to the pitcher. I was terrible. It's just like pool. I love to play pool. I'm terrible at it, but I love slow pitch. Awful at it, but I really, really enjoyed it. I'm not an athlete.
My things the mechanics of it are different because I've played soccer. I'm a soccer goalie pretty much my whole life, and wrestling were the two things I did for a long period. So it's getting used to the mechanics of softball. That's hard for I could hit strong singles. I can find the gaps, but I can't hit far. Like I'm not like I look like I'd be able to hit for power, but I just can't for life, man. Like I don't want to risk it either. Like I don't want to. I hate flying out.
Soccer's fake anyway.
Wow.
No, I'm learning a bit about soccer from the lady because she used to play, and this is my soccer joke. I respect soccer players as athletes, but if I want to watch a game for 3 hours where no one scores, I'll watch the Flames.
In all fairness, out of sports, soccer goes by the quickest. It's legitimately maybe 2 hours. Like
yeah, I guess that's true.
2 hours.
The clock's always running.
Yeah, the clock's always running. The ad time at the end, which like first half is usually no more than 4 minutes added on. Like usually it's a quick one of the first half, and like the longest you'll see is maybe like 12 minutes added on at the end of the game. That's like super rare. Like the games go by fairly quickly, which is nice.
It's the offside thing that I'm trying to figure out because you can't
offside.
Go further than it's the most confusing shit ever.
It isn't as hard as it
confusing
looks.
Stuff ever.
It's basically to make it to hockey terms. It's like the blue line is always moving. The blue line follows whichever is the last defender. That person's the blue line. So where's the furthest back defender? That he's the blue line. So if you get the ball behind him or your foot's behind him when you see the ball or first to touch it,
you can't have a forward past furthest defender. So it's almost like you can. Okay, that makes sense. All right. See, there you go. You've made a difference in my life.
That's why there's a thing called the offside trap where they play the defenders way further up, and they when they're in the offense, so it gives them less space in the offensive zone. So you got to lob it ahead and try running, ostensibly, or try to deke out. It's a risky play because, especially in the professionals, it's easy to get by. But yes.
Interesting. No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Look at this guy.
Yeah. Almost like I've refereed soccer for years and played for years.
That's a cool hat, too. Where'd you get that from?
God damn. It's one of the million of the sites that different designers put up their own stuff. I think it was Matt Boivin on Instagram. There's one of them. I honestly can't remember. There's a bunch of them where I buy a bunch of shirts and stuff. There was the one that had just recently had the Grimace Mets t-shirt that I
heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was also debating buying it yesterday at the softball game.
Nice. That's cool.
But yes, this is technically a wrestling podcast. We've gone 10 whole minutes without saying
I get
word.
into SNL mode where just whatever happens.
That's the same thing here. No, same thing here. So WWE heading into Bad Blood, and we got a very interesting and for WWE especially more different and highly stylized promo between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. I
didn't see it.
It is very I tweeted out. It is very very Fast and the Furious coded. It is. You think Dom Toretto was also there? It was a face-off at the Georgia Tech field between Cody and Roman, as they both basically. Roman Reigns was a former Georgia Tech football player, and Cody from Atlanta. So they both sort of lay claim to have some claim to Georgia. And they're sort of having a face off talking about this is I bled on this field. This is my field. This is my stadium. This is my city. It's no, I was born here. I know everyone here. This is it was a very, very I'm appreciating WWE for especially recently taking bigger risks with this stuff and doing stuff that they don't usually do. This could have been easily a promo in the middle of the ring like they usually do, but to especially the city where you've got your pay-per-view in Atlanta, and to go there and make it a point of showing their history, and both of them making both of them equally stars. They did so Roman Reigns basically drove in, it opens with Roman Reigns driving in with 7 cars behind him, a full presidential motorcade, and he gets out of his SUV and you also see Cody driving up in a sports car to the stadium, which like does make sense because like it also shows that like it makes the thing that like Roman's like too big for this place and like the big star, whereas like Cody is from Atlanta and driving himself in, which is like
a man of the people.
Yeah.
So this is worth me going back and checking out, is what you're telling me.
Yes, it is very like it's very interesting, but like legitimately with like the music cue that they use for it, I'm like, this is 100% from somebody who loves the Fast and Furious movies because they are so dumb and so perfect. Like they've gotten to the point where they're jumping the shark quite clearly. But like it was very much like The Rock and Dom Toretto facing off in like Fast Five. It was like very much that exact like Zach saw it too. Like that was the first thing I tweet out the picture. I'm like, yep, that's 100% what this is. And I remember like tweeting and like Effie liked my tweet. I'm like, because he's also a big fan of Fast and Furious movies. So like we get each other there. But it was very well done. I enjoyed it.
Now everyone's up my butt right now about movies because there's a bunch of movies I haven't seen, and I've been given like a list. And I said, I'd never seen The Sandlot, and it was like I had taken a bunny and pulled its head off.
I also haven't seen The Sandlot.
Oh, there you go. So, but I will not watch any more of the Fast and Furious because I watched the first Fast and Furious movie, and it was literally, I won't make my joke I usually make because it's not appropriate, but it was the worst thing I've ever seen. And yikes. I know I don't bury things. That's not my game, but my God. I can understand if you're like a car dude, then yeah, but like I'm not a car dude, and I wanted to not have that happen to me.
I was originally like, oh, this is not for me, but like eventually, like especially the last few, like when The Rock joins the cast is when the movies get a lot more fun. And also like by this point, it's like they more resemble the Avengers than like just a grounded streetcar movie. Like
so they just decided let's go nuts with it because we're all kind of not in on the joke per se, but like let's just, we know what we're doing, let's just go nuts with it.
There is a moment, and was it the last one? Can't remember. One of the last two where Tyrese's character legitimately starts figuring out he's in a movie. Like he starts figuring out legitimately that like he cannot die, and is like, why the fuck can I die? Well, what? This doesn't make any sense. We should be dead.
So they go full meta.
They stop just short of it. But like Tyrese literally figures out, which is also like the meta joke because it's been like long talked about that in the contracts of the like Fast and the Furious actors, like at least like the major ones, they cannot lose a fight. They have it written there.
Oh.
So it's also like sort of that joke too, that they like, if you see when they get into fight scenes now, it's usually like a 50-50 thing. Oh, what's up, Spencer? I'm assuming that's Spencer or Zach.
I'm going to need to talk to Spencer. At some point, Spencer, I need you to come like on here if you can, because I want to talk to you about something. Oh, he's winterizing the backyard of the Love Shack. Baby Love Shack. Didn't Vin Diesel and The Rock, was it them that had a bit of a they did not get along? Is that still a thing or is that over now? This is like a pop culture entertainment tonight show now.
I love it. We are still technically talking.
Am I Mary Hart?
Yeah.
Or am I John Tesh?
Mary Hart. You're Mary Hart here.
Yes.
But
there was beef, right?
Yes, they did not like each other. Ironically, he said he wasn't coming back to like the Fast franchise, but I think there was recently like The Rock said he doesn't want to do anymore. But after Black Adam failed miserably, I think there are rumors he might come back for like one of the last ones.
Well,
but yeah,
I'm sure he makes like a few bucks off those, right?
Yeah, they legitimately do not like each other. Like from what I hear, like they both kind of shitty on set for different reasons, but like apparently like Vin Diesel is always like constantly late to set. But like it's the type of thing where like he's been doing these movies forever and everyone there kind of likes him. So they kind of like, since The Rock was newer to the group, and like his own big star, it was basically two big stars wanting, and also like Vin was pissed that Rock got his own spinoff of the franchise.
He did?
Yeah, that was the with Jason Statham. Is Jason Statham's character, who is a bad guy in the movie, and then you find out he was secretly, they basically retcon him. He was, they turn him into you find out he was secretly a good guy the entire time trying to help. Like he legitimately like tries to kill them for like the whole movie, and you think he kills one of the main characters, who later finds out he is not actually dead.
It sounds like wrestling booking.
Oh, 100% wrestling booking. It is like,
hey, wait, so hear me out here.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 41, Rocky, Vin Diesel, Cody as the special guest ref.
I'm 100% into that.
See, and MRB says I can't book.
Yeah, that would work. That would be like the box office smash, because like
we got to get Roman in there somewhere too, though.
Roman did make a cameo.
Oh, he did not. Did he really?
Yes, one of his first
Fast
movies,
and Furious.
In Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
Wait, was it? I think it might have been the Hobbs and Shaw, the spinoff, because he plays one of The Rock's cousins, but has any lines. I think his lines were cut.
He plays one of The Rock's. That's a real stretch.
Yeah, 100%.
That's really putting in.
I think he has maybe like 2 words in the movie, or like a sentence that he speaks to The Rock. But like,
are they acknowledge me?
No, this was before that. But yes, I think his first movie was with playing one of The Rock's family members, his character's family members, when he has to go back to Hawaii to like regroup, and his family, like he sets up like the final battles like against like the big bad was in Hawaii with like Roman and like all these Samoans helping The Rock.
So I've learned a lot about Fast and Furious and soccer. This has been a very educational 20 minutes of my life. What else can you teach me?
Let's like, they're trying to learn. Like I don't know. What happened this week in wrestling? I was trying to think of like topics within like the last 20 minutes. Like,
well, I wish Spencer was here, because I want to talk about something that I want to do. And Spencer and I have kind of talked about this, and I kind of got the go ahead. But I'm going to say it on here now, so it's a thing in the world, so that I have to do it. But I'm looking at doing a AEW Dynamite watch-along stream. So I'm putting that out in the world, that if you want to, I'm going to try this out this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. If you want to watch AEW Dynamite with me, we're gonna try that out. So Spencer, I know we talked about this and you said it should be cool. So I'm putting it out in the world that we're gonna do that. Okay. Oh yeah, he's not actually here.
Yeah, I know
he's winterizing.
Rising, which I don't know fully what that means. Would like, I guess, just put his lawnmower away.
I was literally just going to say, I think you put the lawnmower in the shit. He actually has a pretty sizable backyard in there. He's got a nice plot of land for the puppy to roam free. So maybe he's got to like cover the pool up and put the lawnmower away, and like, bring in the barbecue and the hot tub. He doesn't have any of those things. Just he's an indie wrestling promoter. He doesn't like money. He'll tell you that. But yeah, an AEW Dynamite watch along. I think we're going to try that, because I think it'll be fun. Yeah,
I enjoy doing the watch along streams. I did one for what was the last pay-per-view? It was all in the afternoon when
they're out or they're in. I don't know.
Yeah. But also, like, I'm one of the the nerds that is excited for Danielson against, why am I blanking? You got McGinnis?
Nigel, yeah, for sure. I'm totally into that.
Like, it's gonna be like, there are people people aren't happy that there's only like a one-sided build of this, and they're still like, how do you feel about it, that you've been like watching more AEW recently?
I have no problem with the build. I mean, let's give Nigel all the mic time, because he can handle it. He's fine. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy that Nigel's getting a chance to get back in the ring. It's making me want to dust off a lot of the old ROH stuff and watch all that again. And it's cool that they have all that footage that they can, bring up for some of the younger people who weren't around and get to see that the first time. So yeah, super excited.
Yeah, like it just like the build has been weird because it looked like there's gonna be another match, and then Nigel's coming into this at Grand Slam. Like it does have the history though, like I mentioned before, like they just happened to walk into like the anniversary, like the 15th anniversary of their last ever match together, almost to the day, like Nigel coming back to wrestling. Like it's just this perfect storm of like these.
Yeah, sometimes you get handed,
exactly,
a gift and you run with it.
Yeah, it was like, it's gonna be a fun match. It's one of those that has to happen now, because especially with Daniel Bryan, like the sort of Damocles hanging there of Bryan Danielson's retirement, coming like anytime with the next few months. Like we all know. It's going to happen soon. So like he's got to get in like these last few matches with like.
Let's go out with a bang and hope for the best, because he's a guy, and I don't know Bryan Danielson. I've never met him, but I get a vibe sometimes, and I know some of these guys that I've been in wrestling with, they need to be saved from themselves a little bit, because they're just like, let's just effing do it because we can do it. And I have known some people like that have been friends of mine where I'm like, okay, I know it's cool to go out and do that, but like, you have to work on Monday. I know he doesn't have to work on Monday. You know what I'm saying, though, But I mean, let's enjoy the ride while the ride's riding. Yeah,
like I'm very happy seeing wrestlers like retire under their own like volition here. Like we've seen way too many either pass too quickly or like have such horrific injuries that they can't wrestle anymore. I'm happy like he is going to be like, he said probably not fully retired, but like he's retiring from full-time wrestling. Like I'm excited the possibility of him like working indies, like the occasional indie, and then going.
There's a really good one in Edmonton, Alberta that made.
Yeah.
Do you ever get like fan guilt when you see, some of these guys that are beaten up and broken? Because I'm an older guy, and I watched all the 80s guys that have passed. I was big fans of all that, and sometimes I get it. Like these guys all made their choices, but sometimes I have a little bit of fan guilt. Is that stupid? Am I stupid?
No, like we definitely
even hockey players and like, stuff too. It's like
like I'll even say like if you've ever seen basketball players try to walk down the stairs, like their feet are so messed up and like knees. Oh yeah. From like the like shoving your giant feet into the sneakers and like trying to make cuts and stuff, like their like toes and stuff are like overlapping over each other.
Really?
And like, that. And like also like they have knee problems from like the constant impact of like jumping and landing wears away your knees for years. But like there are a lot of like old basketball players who have like trouble walking and trouble like going up and down stairs and stuff like that. Like
and football is a whole other thing.
Yeah, like, football's a whole other thing.
I mean,
there's a reason like more and more players are retiring at like 28, 29. Yeah. Like that, and like white players say like, I wouldn't let my kid play football.
Like, both my sons played football for a little bit, and it was a combination of incredible pride and every play, like, but it was really awesome to see them out in the field and then working hard and stuff. So
like I'm happy.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I'm happy they at least like a couple of the players started wearing like the concussion.
I was like, just gonna say they've got that big thing. It looks silly, but apparently it really, really helps.
Yeah, it actually doesn't look as bad. I've seen like one or two of them, like for the ones they use in game. It's like their helmet's just a little thicker because they've got like the logo and stuff, so it does blend in a little more.
Oh, I've only seen the ones that aren't like without the art on them, but like apparently they're mandatory in practice, and apparently it's really helpful. So that's good.
Yeah, and one of the players like wrote a very good statement. The first one who said he's going to use it during the season, like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to have to be like, I want to be able to talk to my kids when I'm older. Like, this is a like thing for like after football. I know the risks here, and like this is if it helps Matt like reduce the risk just by a little bit and have a better life after this, I'm gonna do it.
We have covered a lot of things here. We've done some serious stuff. We've done some non-serious stuff. This has been a successful unveiling.
Yeah,
as Dwight Schrute would say. Do you want to fire up this match or what?
Yeah, let's fire up the match.
Okay, I've got it. Do you want me to just do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this like little inter chat thing, and they were asking what we should watch, and my immediate choice was this match because I know the awards are coming. I hope I can say that. I'm not in trouble, but the LPW awards are coming, and this is going to be my probably. I have to go back and think, but this will probably be my pick for match of the year. This Casey Ferreira really blew my doors off. It was the second time I've seen him, but the first time in like a singles. Him and Reid Matthews a couple of months ago, just fantastic. So I'm going to do this because I know how to do this because I'm smart as hell.
Yeah.
No. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
20-minute time limit.
Thing with all the things on the bottom, solid work. Look at Stu Garvey. What a legend. So this is from Feeling Hella Good a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit.
Casey Ferreira making his LPW debut.
I hate hearing myself. I feel like I sound like Kermit the Frog, but I love what I do, though.
Yo, what's up, Maggie? How you doing? I don't know why you're saying Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Like, it
wow,
is Sunday,
Maggie.
So maybe we're getting religious or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm hideously unattractive. Maybe that's what it might be.
No, I think Maggie's just trying to convert us now.
I mean, this is what I look like. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, Casey doing the baby face lap around the rec room. Cameraman trying to keep up with him.
First time seeing Casey Ferreira live. I've heard nothing.
You can, of course, catch Maggie 3 p.m. every Friday on Fightful Overbooked.
Likes to keep things fast, likes to take to the sky, which makes
she called us goofs. You know, if you call somebody a goof in prison, you get stabbed.
Wow, Maggie.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah, just bullying in our chat.
That's right.
Ferreira likes to take to the sky, and this man, the Thickness Reid Matthews, likes to just go right through you.
Reid Matthews, not only fantastic wrestler, and just every year gets better and better and better. I've really enjoyed watching his trajectory from when he first started to now, but just a quality human being as well. I like Reid a lot.
To be clear, no, the bunny did not just plug your shit. The advocate and mouthpiece of the bunny, who knows his own, the only person that knows his location, and the only person he speaks through, plugged your shit.
What is the bunny? I don't understand this whole thing. Fill me in.
At one point, for some reason, people think it's me. The Easter Bunny showed up at the crossbody / fightertainment show.
Okay.
In Ontario. And then on their live show, the Easter Bunny showed up and both gave and took a stunner. One of them from Speedball Mike Bailey.
And there's speculation that you are the bunny? Is this what I'm understanding?
I mean, the mask flew off at some point, but I deny that I know of any involvement with the bunny. And he has since shown up on a few streams in the weeks that followed.
Interesting.
Now, Easter coming up in like 4 or 5 months. Maybe we see the return of the bunny. Maybe we don't.
See, that's planting seeds. That's solid work right there.
We already know all about the thickness.
Look at my shiny bald head. Oh, this is when I wore the Hawaiian. This was Hawaiian shirt day for Big Bad Boris.
No stranger to the streets. Still to come. Kylie Ray makes
Reed's crazy. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Maggie does have a weird obsession with the bunny, though. Always in the bunny's DMs. It's wild.
Reid is crazy agile for a dude that size, too. Like, he can move. Oh, the return of the bunny will be the return of Maggie on the street.
See what I'm saying? Just a weird obsession.
when his shoulders hit the mat. 1, 2, 3. Using that head scissors, that headlock, right back on.
Look at that camera right in the business there. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I sit back and look objectively, we got a good presentation. We got a good venue. Stuff looks good. The ring looks good. The workers look good. I'm okay. But like, yeah, like we got it going on. Look at Reid Matthews. My God, what a legend.
He just got a lesson in Thickness 101.
Thickness 101. Oh boy.
Oof.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming up on Friday. That's going to be a hell of a show. Make sure you are by your IWTV because that main event, I'm shoot concerned about the way that's all going to go down. I haven't been this concerned about a match in a long time. It's going to be something you're going to want to see live for sure.
For those who don't know, what is the main event that's coming up?
The main event is the culmination of 2 years of incredible storytelling and craziness. Mars the Specialist is going to defend his Love Pro Wrestling Grand Championship in a last man standing match against Jack Pride. It's probably the most personal match that we've had in the 2+ years of LPW. And ordinarily, like I was saying yesterday, I like being as close as I am to the ring because I got a bird's eye view to call the show, and I like being right in the thick of it. No pun intended. But this one, I'm a little bit concerned that I'm so close because I don't know what the hell is going to go down. And you got MRB and T.Y. Jackson. Reloaded are coming back. Like, this card is stacked.
Yeah, gonna be a great show.
Like, it's one of those ones that sounds lame, but if I didn't work for LPW, I'd buy a ticket for this one because it's going to be good. Casey Ferreira wanted no point or no part of that, I should say.
Yeah. Oof. Just smooth as hell.
Yeah. Like, I use my my girlfriend as kind of a casual fan barometer because she's by no means like a big wrestling fan, but she comes to every show and she was blown away by this match. So, she's good for me to use as a barometer because sometimes I feel like we're a little too close to it to be objective sometimes, especially me. So I kind of ask her, I'm like, what do you think of this? Did you understand what this story was or whatever? But she said the first thing she said when we talked after the show was that this one was really, really good.
Where's Casey Ferreira from?
Casey Ferreira, I believe, is from BC.
Okay.
I don't have my book in front of me, or else I could tell you. I have my notebook of nonsense, which is almost full. I have to go to a new notebook of nonsense.
This could be it for Ferreira. Imagine a 250-pound cannon.
You like a black canvas or you like a lighter canvas? This is something we talked about recently.
Two best seats in the house.
I like a black canvas.
Not just because of the view.
Yeah, like, I guess it would help better with, like, sometimes, especially by the end of the show, you see, like, all the tanner stains on the mat. Yeah.
Little to no effect on the thickness. That have effect. Heavy hands from Reid Matthews.
As long as it's, like, not outside.
We had that recently at the Purple City Music Festival. That canvas was cooking.
Yeah.
Because it was a plus 30 day, and I also, when I first saw it, I kind of questioned the whole yellow and pink rope scheme, but I realize now, like, if those were black ropes, it wouldn't stick out as much, and I've come to really like it.
He clearly has done his homework, right into the clutches of Matthews.
It's great branding because you immediately know it's LPW.
Sometimes I second guess myself and realize, you know what, Boris, you don't know anything about anything.
May be fading here on young Casey Ferreira. He's got to get to the ropes and quick. I mean, he's got using that athleticism, shoulders down. That's a great way to escape a hold like that. Yeah, I think this is going to be my match of the year. I'm going to put that on. I don't want to influence the voting, but I think this. Yeah, ooh, look at that. Yeah. He went so fast. I don't know if that was a 360 or a 720. He's got Reid dizzy.
A fecal chant, as Joey Styles would say. I steal that sometimes.
High impact move from the debut in Casey Ferreira. I already want to see him back. Respect, appreciation.
God, my head is so shiny.
Clothesline from Ferreira, make it 2.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, I think this is the first time these two have worked together. For them just to gel so well, it shows how good they both are.
Beautiful cross body. Thickness a little out of sorts here. Elbow on point, creating some space. Oh, that elbow on point.
Yeah, that looked good. That looked snug. Nicely done, boys.
Another one. Oh. German suplex, dumping the Thickness on the back of his head. Casey stepped aside.
And these are fun to call too. And I don't want to say easy because that sounds disrespectful, but like an awesome match like this sometimes is because there's not a lot of story because it's the first time they've worked, but just the match itself, there's so much to dig into just in the work that it's easy to call. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does.
No time to breathe. Casey wants to take advantage of this opportunity with Thickness on the mat. We don't see Thickness on his back very often. He's got to get at it.
And this match and just about all the other LPW matches, of course, are available on the YouTube channel. So dig into that. You can watch this over and over again all day if you want.
Yeah.
Nothing but knees. That might have cracked a rib. Matthews looking to add to that damage. Shoulder tackle into that midsection. Cut him in half. Just dumped him boardbuster style in his face. And I think we know what comes next. The whole wide world.
Oh.
Yep.
Right on the chin, hooking the leg. That might
solid. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great wherewithal from this young man to kick out. Showing some resiliency and again, experience rolling out of the ring. I'm really impressed with this 20-year-old here. Reid looking a little frustrated. Oftentimes, that's enough to get it done. Following through on the reputation he has.
I think if you're on the floor, it might be time for the villagers to scatter. It always makes me a little nervous, though, because this can go horribly wrong for a whole bunch of reasons, but we like to do it a lot.
Why do we even repair that wall? Why do we bother?
That's good camera work, too, right in there. That's good stuff.
Every seat on this floor is a front row seat tonight.
Everybody's on point in this match.
Hey, somebody was in our... But this is how that dude there is either in Montreal...
Yeah, the Oos shirt. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the honorary Hab shirt. He's probably an Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that's Sami Zayn one.
Oh, let's do it one more time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Casey learned his lesson. But on the chin, that might have hit the off button right there.
Yeah, I haven't watched this since then. It's just as good as I remember.
Dangerous territory out on the ring.
Oh, we got to do some apron stuff just for fun. The kids like the apron stuff.
Yeah.
Just put around, stop the momentum. Escaping the clutches of Reid Matthews, firing in some rights.
Yeah, see, that's a good camera angle, too.
On the ring apron, hard knife edge chop from the Thickness.
Is that a seatbelt? Is the Thickness wearing a seatbelt belt? It looks like a seatbelt belt.
As we know, one of the hardest parts of the ring, no flex out there. You don't want to be hitting the edge. Just a thud of flesh on flesh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
That top and middle rope. Incredibly dangerous. Tear ligaments. Entangled himself. Got himself free. Off that middle rope with the kick. Sends Matthews back down to the floor.
Oh boy.
Again.
Here we go.
And why not? Let's go one more time. Down to the floor. The ropes went from his enemy to his ally. Ferreira got caught the first time he tried that, but that time incredibly effective. Of course, this is only our third match of the night, and we're on our fourth or fifth fecal chant. Acai moonsault to the floor. We're in our second.
Yeah, we had some fun last night with that Mat Rat stuff. There's some pretty interesting stuff going on with the old Mat Rats last night.
Yeah.
What a performance. Look at these guys.
We don't sell anything, and we just go 0 to 100 and stay that way the whole show.
In his LPW debut here.
I did a few Jim Cornette impressions last night, too. I don't know if they were
Yeah.
good.
Used his speed and that high flying, and we wondered how it would do against Reid Matthews.
But it's funny because I've been watching a lot of, or listening to a lot of Jim Cornette podcasts lately, and I find I actually agree with him more than I thought I would. Not on everything, but there's a few things.
Young man pins Reid Matthews in his debut.
Fecal chant, yeah, we stole that from Joey Styles. I wish I could say that that was a Big Bad Boris original fecal chant, but no, Joey Styles did that long ago.
Coming up short, but singles matches only twice in 7 months. Fans rallying behind Ferreira, earning respect from this packed house. Another sellout crowd here in Edmonton.
Well, I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Angels and MRB.
All right.
Best that North America have to offer.
Nice, nice. Yeah, this is just as good as I remember it.
Nice bicycle kick, but he landed
on top of him. My God!
Wow. Last second. Can you imagine that fate? Being able to land.
Every so often I get reminded that pro wrestling's pretty damn great. Sometimes I forget. Like I said, sometimes I'm too close to it and I take it too seriously. There's been many, many times over my career that there's been times where I've taken things too seriously or too personal. But when you step outside and just watch a great match like this, it's like, yeah, this is what it's about.
Able to break the grip, standing switch.
Oh, no.
Bicycle kick. Reid might be looking for seismic toss. Got it.
Seismic toss. I always want to call it the seismic shift, but it's the seismic toss, and Reid and I go over it every show. Or like seismic toss, 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 toss. Not shift, toss.
Yeah.
Fortitude on this.
I'm bad at remembering like guys' move names. Like Jack Pride has 3 or 4 different ones, and I always screw them up, even though I write them down. Then I feel so bad. And then like every once in a while, when I'm like feeling good about myself, I remember you screwed up everyone's move names. You're terrible at this. That's why no one books you. You suck.
Couldn't get it. Using that foot to avoid turnbuckle impact. Hit that kick. Ooh, speaking of hit kicks.
I love that big screen too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have something that gigantic.
Trading educated feet. Reid, glassy-eyed up on that middle rope. That's incredibly dangerous. There's only one way to go. These guys have been living on the edge all match. Are you surprised? More danger. Both competitors willing to risk it. Ferreira trying to adjust those feet.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here, boys?
Referee Stu Garvey imploring these two guys to get it back into the ring. I think he's going to get his wish. Hurricanrana head scissors took Matthews over the top, or off the top, all the way across the ring. Planted him on his forehead.
I didn't know if it was a Hurricanrana or head scissors. I'll just call it both.
Yeah.
It's a Hurricanrana head scissors. God damn it.
So Casey got a big piece of that as well. See who gets up to their feet the first. They're going to meet up right in the center of the ring. Not a lot behind those shots. Yeah, left it all on the line. How much do you have left? Mara firing in right, backs Matthews into the corner. These guys have been going full octane, 120 mile an hour this entire match.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Reid Matthews, you legend, you.
Yeah, I think Rick is looking to maybe beat him in his own game. Going high high-ranked district. If he's even got enough gas in the tank to get up there. Big man trying to get to that top rope. We got caught.
Oof. Huge slap.
Gonna follow up on that middle rope. Once again, just putting everything on the line. How many different
Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff.
He hits this match again. Trying to go
This gets the Big Bad Boris seal of approval.
Take over. Ferreira hit the canvas hard. Matthews up on that middle rope. Oh, caught him again with that elbow. Gonna follow him up one more time. Don't spend as much time on the ropes tonight as they have on the mat. Fire against shots to that rib area.
Uh-oh.
Calling a shot. Blue Thunderbomb. Avalanche down with the thickness.
That is the down with the thickness. The avalanche down with the thickness.
All he's got to do is roll over. Put an arm on him.
But it took so much out of Reid Matthews, he's unable to follow up. That's my announcer voice.
On that down with the thickness.
Another fecal chant.
Wow. Down with the thickness. Oh, down with the thickness.
Worst song
Down
ever. Worst band ever. Everything about that is terrible, but I'll keep my opinion to myself after I've already given it. I'm not a music snob, and anyone who says that is a liar. You know,
Banana, 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 banana. Although it was used really well in the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Never saw it.
This is what we trained for.
I never saw the first one, so why watch the remake? German suplex with the bridge.
Matthews out at 2.
Like, I'm pretty sure that was the movie, the remake of Dawn of the Dead, that really spawned the like massive zombie resurgence. We saw in, like the mid, like it was like that, and like 28 days later.
I tried to do Walking Dead, and I got like 2 or 3 seasons in, and it just got I lost it.
Reid on spaghetti legs, or maybe not.
I love a good spine buster.
Spine buster, yeah.
For the cover. That's it.
Blaze has a really good one as well. Good camera work, getting right in there to get that emotion, that frustration. It's theater, kids. Theater.
This thing's going to make its way to the match of the year ballot. The punishment that Casey Ferreira has taken from Reid Matthews, the violence that he has incurred, and he's still standing there trading kicks. Kick to the ear. Matthews versus
and they're both asleep.
Deceptively agile for a dude that size, for sure. Great athlete.
Stuart Garvey again administering that 10 count. I don't know if these guys are going to make it up this time. It looks like he's digging deep, going into the reserves. Reid's starting to stir too. And this thing's going on pure adrenaline at this point. These two pushing each other to the limit.
We got to be getting close to the time limit here.
Chuck and Knuckles in the middle of the ring.
Chuck and Knuckles, I'm a big fan of that.
Wow, what an uppercut. Right on the button.
Oh.
Is that the bell?
That is the bell.
I think we've reached that 20-minute time limit.
See, and I like that because we can keep this in our pocket and do it again at some point. Like, this is something you don't need to capitalize on right away. We can keep this, you know, till November, December, January, and just call back and say, hey, remember that time? We never found out who the better man was. Let's run that back again.
Crowd imploring Spencer Love.
Boo, fuck you, Spencer. Fuck you, give us 5 more minutes.
I mean, the fans aren't happy, but the rules are the rules. They reach the time limit. This is It's what they signed up for.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell it. Like, that's, it is what it is.
Let's bring this kid back.
No, we should dock Spencer. Let's put his personal information online. Boo, none of us like this judgment. It's all your fault, Spencer.
This rematch next month.
This is what you get for not being on the show today.
He's winterizing, okay?
That's out of ring crew, right?
He has to collect all the pink flamingos and get them safely into the shed. That was quite enjoyable. That was the first time I've watched that match since that day, and it held up just as good as I thought it would. And I think that's going to be, unless I jog my memory a bit more, that's I think going to be my my match of the year pick.
That's a very good one. That was a very great match.
Yeah, awards are coming, so keep an eye out for that.
There is just once again the amazing amount of talent that's coming through LPW, and you can see it.
I really do, for real. I really do appreciate that. Anybody who compliments me, it means a lot, because I take pride in what I do, and I try really hard, and my ego is very fragile.
It could have been you or just me yelling, "Fuck you, Spencer. We're going to dox you at the end. Here is your social security number. You didn't know I had this."
I'm going to use that on the next show. Anything that goes badly, Spencer, we're doxing you.
Yeah. But that is going to do it for this week of the Brunch Gimmick.
That was super fun.
Yep. Was a fun show. This is like I feel like the Brunch Gimmick is the official Love Wrestling weekly catch up show. It doesn't always have to be all about wrestling. It just the buddies come in hanging out and talking some wrestling and watching a match and talking.
Maggie, what's for dinner? Now I'm intrigued. Bangers and mash, or am I being incredibly racist there?
Well, she's from Bulgaria, so
I'm not going to say.
You're literally trying to think what would Rusev eat.
I literally was. I'm like, Lana?
Not anymore.
Oh, is that not a thing anymore?
They broke up, famously.
Did they really?
Yeah, they're getting a divorce, or they're separated.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard Adam Cole and Britt Baker were Splitsville too. Is that true?
That I'm not sure about.
Yeah, you know what? We shouldn't talk about private lives.
Yeah,
none of our goddamn business.
Let's just get messy. It's brunch. We're doing mimosas and just talking gossip.
No, tell me what it is. Maybe I will get it. I'm smart as hell. Lawrence is smarter than me, and I'm smart as hell. Cream corn, fish, eggplant, something.
The souls of the week.
Yeah, I'm making enemies across the globe.
I'm just assuming Maggie's a vampire. She is the day-walking vampire.
Bulgarian cheese. Okay, now how is Bulgarian cheese different from Canadian cheese?
I mean, it's 2024. You can import cheeses, although some places have laws on what cheese you can and can't import. You can literally have contraband cheese.
You can. Oh, I couldn't get it because it's healthy. Listen, I didn't eat a ham and pineapple pizza with extra cheese last night at 2 a.m. Okay, that's none of your business.
Yeah.
All right, should we end this before I get into any more trouble? Okay, take it away.
Well, you can go ahead, Boris. What do you got going on this week? Do you have another episode of SNL coming up?
SNL will be back on Saturday. My plan that I wanted to do fell through. So as of now, I have nothing planned, but I'm going to reach out to my extensive network of friends. And we'll come up with something and just have some nonsense fun. Of course, it is show week as well. So Thursday night, you can join us at the Rec Room for the LPW Clandestine Wrestling Society crossover show. $10 a head. And then, of course, the big show Friday night, LPW 30, flirty and wordy and dirty. I don't know what it is. IWTV, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The main event, Reid Matthews. Mars the Specialist, defending the LPW Grand Championship against Pride in a last man standing match, and so much more. This show is going to be something special, so definitely check it out. What did I do? How did I have the death list? That's stiff. Sorry.
It happens quick. I've been there multiple times.
I'm shoot afraid right now.
Yeah. She's in your house. Just Maggie's picture pops up behind on the screen there, staring at you.
How good is World Headquarters looking these days, though? I mean, come on. I've extensively engineered, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, you can follow me at KartSandyG on all the socials, and follow me on Twitch, where I play like football and WW2K24. And catch me back here next Sunday for the Brunch Gimmick. For Boris, I'm Lawrence. Maggie, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out in the chat this week. We should have you back soon. Maybe the bunny will show up. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you right here back next week. Bye.